All right, Barnstormer here, and welcome to another Barncast. Today we're featuring a couple of 700 ELO level players. Over on the right side in the blue is Moosdog 420. He's the French. And over on the left side as the Delhi Sultanate is Little Lineman, and he is the red player. So it looks like Little Lineman starting off with the mill on the berries. The Delhi Sultanate gets a bonus to berry gathering. While Moosdog 2020 throws down a house and then heads over to start mining gold. Looks like he's picking a few scraggler trees as well. Now, the purpose of me broadcasting these games is really for my own benefit. I'm kind of interested in my hand at casting, and the more I practice doing these, the better I'll get. And I'll probably learn something as well. I just started playing online myself. I'm going to go back to the view here. We'll see what Little Lineman is doing some scouting. Looks like he's gathering some sheep. Scoping out the map. A single scout opening. While Moosdog 420. Same thing, single scout opening. A lot of times some French players will start with a second scout right away. Just a preference. And the more you practice and play with builds, the better you will become. So this map is King of the Hill, where you see there's a lot of gold and stone there in the middle. Looks like the stone advantage is to Moosdog, while the gold advantage is slightly to Little Lineman. Looks like the single sacred site slightly closer to Moosdog 420. Got a little scout on scout action here. The lineman drops the mine, starts mining gold. But he's still kind of picking the trees around the town center. Moosdog doing something similar with the trees, so he does have a lumber camp, so he should probably move those villagers over there soon. Going a little heavy on wood, I believe. This early on, you kind of want to be concentrating on food and gold to get to that second age. Early barracks dropped, and looks like he sent him some spearmen across the map. Some more scout action going on here. Looks like Moosdog has run out of food gatherers, which is not good this early in the game. Oh, there he realizes it and heads over to some berries. So this early on, kind of looks like both players have kind of gone a little heavy on wood, although I am no expert at all. Little Lineman's going up with the Dome of the Faith. Moosdog, not quite there yet. Some players like to do a little Sim City and make their houses look nice and neat. Let's take a look and see Looks like Moose Dog has scouted red, and Little Lion Man has scouted Moose Dog. So Little Lion Man is putting an early tower on the single sacred site. So one advantage of the Delhi Sultanate is they can research sanctity, I believe is the name of the technology. And that will allow them to capture these sacred sites in the feudal age. So it looks like Little Lion Man's going for several towers on top of the hill. While Moose Dog 420 is still not quite up, ready to start aging yet. Got some military trying to stop that tower from going up. The villager flees into the tower. He's going to try to siege that down, but I don't know if he'll survive that. Still not quite. Those early spearmen have kind of slowed his advance down. Little Lion Man's kind of got a good lead right now. There, Moose Dog finally starts to go up to the feudal age, going with the, you guessed it, School of Cavalry. Yep, looks like he's going to get that tower sieged down. So the fight over the hill has begun. A couple early towers. We have one tower and one attempt of a tower. Looks like that one's going to be sieged down. Let's go over and take a look at Little Lion Man and see what he's doing. He's going for stone, either for a second TC or likely some walls. Looks like he did a very good job collecting sheep. That's going to sustain him for quite some time. So Moose Dog is just going up with one villager, so that's going to take a little longer than normal. The Lion Man's sitting on a lot of food, potentially going for a faster castle. So he has not chosen to research Sanctity, so he'll not be able to capture that sacred site until the Castle Age. Yep, there go the walls. Followed by potentially a tower on that wall. Common strategy for the Delhi. So Little Lion Man hasn't really produced any military units besides scouts, just kind of relying on towers. which did an effective job of pushing those spearmen off. Looks like Moose Dog is almost to the feudal age. Looks like he will. He just produced a lot of spearmen. He had a little bit of gold banked. He could have popped out some knights, but chose to mass produce some spearmen instead. A few knights might have been a good idea to start hacking away at some villagers. Speaking of that, let's take a look at the villager count. Moose Dog right now sitting on. He's got 11 idle villagers, 37 villagers total. Up, we got those back to work. My little line man just sitting on 23 villagers, so not quite popping out as many villagers as maybe he'd like. Nope. Moose Dog gonna have to transition to farms likely here. That wood line is getting a little low. Gonna have to migrate to a different wood line as well here very soon. Yeah, so little line man's starting to stone wall around the sacred site, which with Moose Dog still in the feudal age, rams are really going to be his only option to get through that wall. The line man still slowly going up to the castle age, so it's going to be a little bit. And he's going with the compound of the defender, which when you start out, your infantry can make stone wall or palisade walls. With the compound of the defender, they'll be able to make stone walls, which is a pretty powerful skill, in my opinion anyway. So we had that mass spearman that Moose Dog created is starting to siege down that tower. Tower is currently upgrading to arrow slits, and will it get upgraded before that comes down? It looks like it will. It's going to be close. The more spearmen that fall, the less damage that tower will take. But it looks like it's going to come down. It did get arrow slits, but those resources are going to go to waste. As the villagers scatter. Looks like he's starting to produce a few royal knights. Which if he decides to raid the base of Little Lion Man, there's really no defensive towers. He could really do some damage if he can head that way. Let's see what he decides to do. This can be where good scouting can help you out. It's kind of a weakness of mine as well. Pretty good at early scouting, gathering sheep and seeing where the enemy is, but kind of forget to do scouting as the game goes on, and that can be really helpful to kind of find out what your enemy is making. Right now, some scouting could tell Moose Dog that archery ranges is all he has, so sending his Royal Knights in, they're going to have a field day. Let's see if he chooses to do that. Yep. Right now, I sent those 2 knights after those. There he goes. Villagers don't really have anywhere to go. Another kind of way to slow down, you could do a little palisade wall here. Kind of prevent them from completing that wall. But yeah, a few knights could really do a lot of damage right now if you would send them in here. A lot of times you just, without scouting, you just don't know what your enemy's up to. This is where, Mustag could take this villager right here and, throw up a little wall at an angle to prevent this wall from being completed. Let's take a look at the villager count again. Really, Little Lion Man still just at 28 villagers. While Mustag is up at 39 villagers, so has the villager lead for now. And as I'm trying myself to get better at the game, I see the pros do it all the time. Is they're always producing villagers. There's always villagers popping out. Just one thing they're really consistent at is just mass producing villagers, and that'll really add up. That'll really just bring in the resources and allow you to pop out so many military. The Royal Institute is coming up for the French. See, Mustag did not prevent that. Let's see if he's sending any. He's still very ripe for the taking here. Mustag quite low on food and gold. Is he producing? He's not producing knights right now. He's got 8 idle villagers. So, oh, he put them. The food should start rolling in here. I missed how those guys got in there. Probably maybe this gap right here. Well, they just walked up the hill. That works. Yeah, maybe he's going to make a push here. Is he going to make a push for the base? Nope. He's had this scout just kind of sitting here, If he moves the scout over here, he could knock out his food production real quick. Looks like maybe he's going to take a look. And then kind of one thing maybe he doesn't know is, since the gate's facing out, he could actually put his villagers up on the wall, which would give them a defense bonus. And I believe a little range bump as well, not that it needs it in this situation. Some more Royal Knights popping out. Yeah, now's the time. He's got 6 villages on food here. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, those are the only 6. Yeah, 6 villages. It's his entire food economy. and he could take it out with just 2 or 3 knights. Let's see if we've got any blacksmiths down here. One good thing about the French is they get the attack bonus, the free melee attack, and they build the blacksmith. So putting that down, definitely in the feudal age, that'll let you 2-shot villager. You'll do the charge bonus, and your second swipe will kill him. Yep, and here's another. There's a lot of idle time, walking time here. You know, pop in your wood camp right here. Will allow your villagers to not have to move. I think I heard an elephant. Did I hear an elephant? Yes, I did. We have elephants on the field. There it is. Beautiful. So Moose Dog might have lost his advantage here. Kind of spending too much time on these walls when his knights could have probably ended the game a while ago. Now we have elephants on the field. Those are going to be hard to take down. I mean, he still could end it, or at least put the hurt on. This is the time where you want to put these villagers up on the wall. Look at these things. 960 HP. His villagers just still feeding off that same wood camp. Very inefficient. Very, very inefficient. Oh, I didn't see where those mangoes came from. So the elephant is going to go down, but you really just need to... And if you think about it, they've been fighting over the sacred site, and the sacred site hasn't even been taken yet. So there really is no reason for these battles, to be honest. Send a scout. You know, get this scout a little closer. Now he's probably going to go down if he's paying attention. Take a look, see if Little Lion Man's just at 28 villagers. He really hasn't increased a lot. Well, you know, Moose Dog has twice the villagers, 18 military versus his 14 military, and still it just kind of seems that Little Lion Man just kind of is winning this game, even though Moose Dog kind of has the resource or the villager advantage, the military advantage, but those elephants, man, those elephants slap. And that is going to be a lot of dead villagers. It is not the right play. elephant is going to go down. He took out about 10 villagers, maybe. His archer's probably going to take out the rest here. Get that knight going. Or not. His focus must be elsewhere. Yes, man. I keep coming back to it, but just run your scout through there. He just got two archer ranges. Two archer ranges is all he has. He's got the upgrades. But also I don't see a blacksmith. Delhi Sultanate gets free upgrades. They just take time. No gold required. We do not have a single blacksmith. I don't think we have a blacksmith yet for either player. We do not. And I remember when I first started playing Age of Empires, back Age of Empires 2, I didn't know what I was doing. It just takes time. You play your games, you watch some streamers, read some build orders, and practice. And if you do that, you can be average, like me. Yeah, the fight continues, over the middle. When really, I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but and just run 5 knights through here. There's no more villagers. That's it. Just take this army. Just take this army right here. Just click it over here. That's all we're asking. Just take this army and click it over here. Still, just 6 villagers on food this whole time. That's all you gotta do. Even if you take out these walls, what's the plan? I'll see, now he's starting to put down some of his own siege. Tribes are going to be going at that castle. Couple starting to pop some springles out, which is the right play, but with such a low villager count, and he's not gathering. He's starting to get more villagers on gold. He is floating quite a bit of wood. This army right here, you got your knights. All you gotta do is take out that springald. Yeah, just use the knights. Yep, there goes the castle. Now these knights are going to take out these siege. And potentially some villagers. Oh. No, and that's it. That is it. He's called the game. Moose Dog is victorious. So yeah, if we kind of take a look at the villager count, and that was kind of the key really, is you got to keep producing villagers. The more villagers you produce, the stronger your economy becomes, the more upgrades you can get, the more military units you can field. And that'll just come with time. But we've reached the end, and this has been Barnstormer with another Barncast.